that is really aimed at my younger audience. So those of you who subscribe and follow what I do who are still in school or college. However, I am aware that some of this advice will be useful regardless, so I'm going to put it out there. But it is aimed, I know that it's nearly September, so some of you are getting ready to go back to school. And for some of you, that's a super exciting time. For some of you, that's a really scary, worrying time. Worrying that you're going to go back to being around people who maybe pick on you, bully you, don't make you feel good, and you're nervous about that. So I want to give you some really good practical tips to just make you feel like you're armed with something in a good way. Not actually armed with anything. Just armed with some ideas and some tips and tricks that are going to help you to feel more confident going back to school. So first of all, let's talk about why on earth do people bully people? Why do people pick on other people? You know me, I'm all about peace, love and harmony, and I can't never understand why anybody is horrible to other people. So let me just break it down for you. There's a few reasons why people pick on other people. One, they may well be getting picked on somewhere else by somebody else themselves. So they might have experienced it and it might be normal. It might be, maybe they're making themselves feel better by doing the same to you. So it could be that they want to feel powerful and they want to feel better than somebody. So they use you as a way to make them feel good about themselves. It could be that they are jealous of you. That can be a thing, and I know that when you're feeling rubbish about yourself because you're getting picked on, you kind of overlook that person might actually be looking at you and going, that person's looks how I want to look, that person does things I want to do, they're more confident, they're better at school, they're better at sport, whatever it is, and they might then pick on you because of that. It comes from a place, when people pick on other people, it comes from a place of lack of confidence or lack of feeling good about themselves. Nobody ever picks on somebody else if they feel strong and confident and good about themselves. When you're confident and happy, all you want to do is pull other people up with you and put your arm around them and go, it's going to be okay. That's what confident people do. People who have got their stuff together. People who pick on other people or make mean remarks, they've got their own stuff going on. So this is my first point. You need to remember that those people have stuff going on. And although it doesn't make you feel good in the moment, remember that they might think they're brilliant in that moment, and they might appear that they think they're brilliant anyway. And they say things to you and they make you feel silly in front of other people often. But if you have that knowledge that really the only reason they're doing that is because they don't feel very good about themselves, it can just give you an understanding that, maybe they're not that person that they're putting out there to the whole world, that maybe they're not that confident person. And it's like you've got a little bit of insight. You've got a little bit of inside knowledge. Shh, don't tell anyone, okay? Well, actually, do tell people. But you've got that little bit of inside knowledge that lets you know that actually nobody confident does that. Nobody who feels good about themselves does that. So even if they appear that they're super confident and they're the cool kids at school or the cool kids at college, and you're just pathetic and you're a nerd, a geek, whatever else, whatever other things that come out, just know that really secretly inside that person, they don't feel good about themselves. I'm telling you that now. I'm 31. I'm a grown adult. I've seen it all before. Okay. The next thing is that in life, you really can only ever work on yourself. Okay. So no matter how much you want to stop somebody else doing something, or you want to you just wish they would be different towards you, or you wish that they didn't say that thing, you have no control over that. No amount of wishing, praying, hoping, none of that is going to change that. Okay. It will change if it changes, okay? The only thing you can ever change is you. And that doesn't mean changing who you are to fit what they want you to be. Absolutely not. But what it does mean is if you work on your own mind and your own heart and you work inwards, then you can make yourself feel super strong inside that nobody can touch you. No words can ever touch you and harm you. And that is a power that no bully can ever have. Ever. Okay? Now, I just want to put a bit of a disclaimer when I'm talking about this. If you are being picked on right now, and firstly, if it's physical violence, absolutely 100%, somebody needs to be told and it needs to be stopped. Physical violence is a completely different thing. I never want you to feel like you have to put up with being in danger in any way. The mental stuff as well, you need to speak to somebody about this, okay? You do need to find somebody that you can talk to. And I think when you watch these videos, normally they say teacher and everything, but I also understand that that can be quite frightening and daunting. So I want you to think about somebody who's older than you, who you trust, that you can talk to about it. Whoever that is, just let it out a bit, because so that somebody else knows that you're safe, okay? They want to help and they'll always do it in the best way. So don't think that's going to escalate things. The worry of it escalating because you tell somebody is always just a worry. 9 times out of 10, it gets so much better. So do approach somebody and speak to somebody about it, especially 100% without a doubt if it is violent. Okay? I don't want you ever to feel that you have to put up with something at all. But I want to arm you with stuff for the smaller things, for the things that the everyday stuff where you feel stupid, where you feel foolish in front of other people. So you can work on you. Now, there's a few things. One, you might not feel that confident yourself right now because somebody's been calling your names. But we can change that, okay? So tips on how to feel good about you. First of all, I want you to get a mirror out and I want you to look in the mirror. And for some of you, you're going to go, oh my God, this is the worst. I don't even want to look at myself. I'm not how I want to be, blah, 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 blah. I know, I was there. I was exactly the same as you. And I called myself names and it had to stop because it was mean. I was bullying myself. So don't bully yourself, okay? You've got enough of that going on. You don't want to pick on yourself. I want you to get a mirror and I want you to look at your physical stuff, okay? Look at who you are. If you've got a full length, even better. Have a real good look. Say, this is me. And instead of doing what bullies do and calling yourself names, I want you to think of 10 things about you that are nice. And I want you to say them to yourself. You can shut the door and not have anybody else hear this so you don't look a bit loopy. But I just want you to say it to yourself. I like your eyes. You've got nice hair. You have got nice teeth. Whatever it is, whatever it makes you, whatever you can think of. And even if it's not gushing, even if you're not like, I'm the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen, even if it's just, your ears are okay, yeah? Even if it starts with just that, it's a start. And it's not that horrible negative voice that wants to call you names. So we're going to change that. And I want you to make that a habit. In fact, I want you to give yourself a compliment every single day. And I would suggest doing it in the morning. So just give yourself a compliment and say, you're awesome. You're doing good. Whatever it is. You have nice lips. And that's the physical stuff. But then I want you to concentrate on the inside stuff. So I want you to tell yourself 10 things that you're good at. And I bet you're thinking, that's loads of things. I'm not sure I'm good at 10 things. Of course you are. Maybe you're good at helping others. Maybe you're kind to your parents. Maybe you are good at organising things. Maybe you are good at sport. I don't know, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be big stuff. It doesn't have to be, I am the best at sport. I am the best. It just has to be, I'm good at this. I'm actually good at drawing. I'm good at maths. I'm good at whatever it is. Just pick something that you're good at and you've got 10 things that you're going to pick. And I want you to remind yourself that you're good at something. Okay, the next way to feel good about you is to be kind to other people. Okay? The more that you're kind to other people, the better you feel about you because you're a good person and it's very obvious and you will get good things off that person back because they'll be really thankful that you have been kind to them. So I want you to make it a real effort every single day to do something nice for somebody else. Give them a compliment, say good morning, ask how somebody is, help somebody with their homework, whatever it is. Just go out and be nice to somebody. Include somebody that maybe doesn't get included in things. the nicer you are to other people, the more you're going to get nice things back off those people. And then it's like a spiral of loveliness. Next, I want you to learn to concentrate on being grateful, being thankful for what you already have. No matter what situation, what your family life is, what your school life is like, there is always things to feel grateful for. And when you concentrate your mind on being thankful, you allow yourself to be opened up to have more good things in your life. So I want you to think about, what do you feel grateful for right now? The fact that you can watch this video, the fact that you have access to the internet. Not everybody in the world has that. You get food, you got clothes on your back, you live in a house. You're pretty lucky. You're really, really, really lucky. You're healthy. You can talk. Whatever it is that you have, feel lucky and think about that daily. And I want you to remind yourself that in the mornings. You're going to give yourself compliments and you're going to tell yourself what you feel grateful for. When you learn to concentrate your mind on that, you're so much stronger than anybody else out there. When you learn to know who you are, and what you're about and the things that you like and what you want to be maybe when you're older, then nobody else's words can really touch you, because you know that school, college, that is such a tiny, tiny percentage of your life. It's a tiny bit. It's a tiny bit of your life, and I know it's tough right now, but it will change. The one thing you can be certain about in life is that things change. Nothing ever stays the same. And I remember when I was going through it at school, and I dreaded going to school. I know that horrible feeling in the pit of your stomach. But now, a lot of those people that picked on me at school have said sorry, or pretend to be my best mate, pretend to be my cousin. And I don't think about them. I don't give them a second thought, and I don't see them anymore. And it seems such a distant memory, and it will to you as well, I promise you that. And I know that feels hard now, but it will change. Next thing I'm going to say is, don't always, the most common thing is when you're getting picked on is to say walk away. And I think there are absolutely times when you have to walk away. Violence, get yourself out of there. Just get yourself out of the situation. Some people are, you can't deal with them. But there are times when you have to stand your ground. And it certainly doesn't have to be physical, and it doesn't have to be anything massive, but it just has to let that person know that you're not going to accept that. And again, it doesn't have to be a big argument or kicking off. It doesn't have to be that. It just has to be, you can win by saying very little. If somebody calls you names and you respond with, I don't want to really give examples, because I think it depends on the situation. But if you can say, okay, you've got that out of your system now, okay, brilliant, we can move on with our day then. If you can give them something that just makes them think about picking on you again, and it can be really calm. You don't have to be super loud or anything. It's just about being assertive. It's a big word, assertive. And being assertive just means just standing your ground slightly and just allowing them, no, that's not going to happen. You're not going to pick on me this term, this year. No, that's not happening, because I'm a grown person inside. I'm growing. I am a decent person. And because you know that you are, and you're telling yourself every day that you're a good person, that you're grateful for your life, that this isn't everything, that school is a tiny part of your world, that college is a tiny part of your world, and you just have that strength inside you, when they say something, you can almost laugh. You can just laugh at how ridiculous, how sad for that person that they feel that bad about themselves, that they have to try and pick on you and call you names. You can think that. You can just give them that little bit of pity in your mind, and that pity can just sometimes make you feel that little bit better, I think. I'm going to do a few of these videos because I really want you to feel armed with something going back to school, and just feel strong about going back into it. School is a tiny part of your world, and you are super amazing, and you're growing every single day. And the people that want to bring you down, they're below you already. Otherwise, they wouldn't feel the need to try and pull you down. So just remember that. Don't get into conflicts. Don't get into arguments for the sake of it. Just have that inner smile that lets you know that this isn't forever. Things will change, and their issues are on them, not you. Okay? Be your own kind of awesome. Weird now, when you're bigger, is amazing and it's unique. So remember that.